Hello, my name is Logan, and today I will be going over Pokemon Infinite Fusion 5.1 in more detail. The new patch has included some new stuff that I think you should know about, but also some of you have requested a video on how to install the patch for 5.1. This video will show that, but I do not recommend downloading the patch. I repeat, I do not recommend downloading the patch. There's just so much misinformation out there, both on the Discord and Poke Community website, that it doesn't make any sense on why you would want to download the patch. I will show all of you my frustrations, but I will still go over installing the patch. If this is your first time downloading the game, I recommend watching my other video if you are playing on a PC. This patch as of right now will not work on Android. The older version, 5.0, does however, and I do have a video going over that process. This part of the video will be covering 3 tips that you should know before playing the new update, 5.1. This first tip is for those that have played the game and have a save they want to continue. Do not delete your 5.0 files until you know 5.1 works. I have 2 separate folders containing 5.1 and 5.0. Now, before playing 5.1, in the root folder of 5.1 or 5.0, there should be a shortcut called Save File. Double-click this shortcut and back up these files somewhere. Just drag over them, right-click, copy, and then paste them somewhere on your computer that isn't in this folder. Your folder will look different. 5.1 has corrupted some save files. I haven't had any issues so far, but this is just a safeguard against it. If you find something weird going on with 5.1, you can simply come back to this folder, delete everything, and copy your backups and paste them back into this folder and continue playing 5.0 until they work out the bugs. The second thing you need to know about 5.1 is that there are 2 launchers. There are individuals that have problems with the game, like long loading times. The alternate launcher is there to lessen this issue. It may depend on computer hardware, as I can't tell the difference between the 2 on my PC. The last thing you must know about 5.1 is the way custom sprites are now handled. For the most part, it is still exactly the same, but there is a new folder system that indexes them in a better way. You want to go into your graphics folder, go into custom battlers, and in here you can extract or drop your custom sprites. The game will automatically put these images in their respective folders. A prompt will come up talking about this in the game, and I'm going to show you an example of this. Here, I already have some custom sprites waiting to be put into the game. I'm going to load up Pokemon Infinite Fusion, and as you can see, there is a message in the game. While importing custom sprites, the game has detected that 13 new custom sprites already have versions that exist in the game. What to do with the new sprites? So, I already have custom sprites that represent the Pokemon that I dropped into the custom battlers. So I can tell it to not import the new sprites because there's already pre-existing custom sprites. So if I choose this option, the game will continue and act as normal. Now it is up to me to go back to the graphics folder, custom battlers, and delete those files. Otherwise, this message will keep appearing. However, you can choose the second option. Replace all the old sprites with the new ones. This will take the files you just dropped in the custom battlers folder and move them into their respective folders. So if we were to hit this option and then close the game, go into graphics, custom battlers, you can see that the sprites were moved into the indexed folder somewhere. This way, you don't have to do any cleanup yourself and delete any unnecessary files. That prompt will only show up if you already have custom sprites for those Pokemon. If there are brand new custom sprites for Pokemon that do not have custom sprites, that message will simply say that it has successfully imported the sprites. Those are some of the must-knows for 5.1. Now I'm going to rant and show you why patching 5.0 to 5.1 is just totally a headache. This was my experience, so please, if you have had something similar or even something different, let me know in the comments. I am very curious. So, you want to patch 5.0 to 5.1. The resources out there give some explanation, but it is still not very clear. On the Discord, there is a link under downloads that will allow you to download the full game or the patch. Here it says, to install a patch, you must first install the full download. Make sure you have the latest version of the full download. Then extract the patch and replace the data folders with its contents. So the way it's trying to explain it is that we need to download 5.1.0.1 and then apply this patch to it. But that doesn't make any sense as they are the same version. Let's just say that this is a new version of the game and I'm updating 5.1.0.1. I will show you why this still doesn't make any sense. So I know what you're thinking, but Logan, you're going to show us how to install the patch for 5.0. This is 5.1 to 5.1. Yes, I know that, but I am just following the directions on Discord right now. So I'm going to show you why even this process sort of conflicts with each other. On the left here, we can see it's 5.1. I have it extracted. It's all ready to go. On the right here is the zip file for the patch. So looking back at the explanation on Discord, it tells us, then extract the patch and replace the data folder with its contents. This doesn't make any sense. It's telling us to replace the data folder with the contents of the patch. That's not how you patch games. That makes no sense. You usually extract the whole thing into the root and replace all the files within it. That's how you patch games. So far, the Discord explanation doesn't make any sense. So now we're going to go to the Poke Community website and I will show you guys that explanation. So this is the Poke Community website. This website pops up if you type in Pokemon Infinite Fusion. This is pretty much the official website. It has been updated. You can see that now it lists version 5.1 under the download link. Down here, it talks about installing a patch. This whole paragraph, whatever couple sentences, it says the exact same thing that the Discord says. However, there is a thing here that says how to install a patch. Let's click on it. It says something completely different. Number one, make sure that you have downloaded the full game at some point. Okay. Download the patch. Okay. Extract the patch somewhere on your computer using WinRAR 7-zip or any other program. Makes sense. Copy the contents into your game's installation folder. Click yes when Windows asks if you want to replace the older files. This is exactly how you update games. Just like what I talked about. You take all the content and you replace everything in that folder. So that way it's updating to all the new versions of all the different files in the game. And then it says open game.exe to play the game. Now, I won't hate on this too much, but there is no game.exe anymore for 5.1. It is Pokemon Infinite Fusion, or it says alternate launcher. All right, so now there is a short GIF that will show you this process. And again, there are more problems. I'm going to click on it so I can bring it up. So here we can see that this is a very old version. You can see that this is Infinite Fusion 4.3.3. That's what they've got downloaded. And here they have 4.4 patch.rar, same thing like a zip. They are going to show you how to patch the game 4.3 and turn it into 4.4. Now going back here to the download links, you can see that both the full game and the patch have the same version number. That means this patch isn't updating this version. They are the exact same game. But this file came out on the 16th and this file came out on the 18th. So this technically is a newer file, but it is the exact same version. So you would not update 5.1.0.1 with 5.1.0.1. So that is clear evidence that this patch is meant for 5.0. And this is where I will show you my continued frustrations with all the explanations out there. And I will even show you some Discord messages from some of the users that talk about patching 5.0 with this 5.1 patch. All right, so here are some Discord messages that show that the patch in that download link is meant to update 5.0 to 5.1. I have whited out the names of these individuals because this is not some sort of witch hunt, but I am just showing how there is misinformation out there. And I'll show you that there are problems when you apply this patch. So this individual here said, I can just download the patch, right? Does it work even though I'm not on 5.1 yet? And they say, what? You would use the patch to update your game to 5.1.0.1. Would work on any version 5 full install. There are multiple full installations of version 5, which they're talking about is 5.0 point whatever. And this person says, okay. So they're saying that any version 5.0 point whatever will work with the patch that gets it to 5.1.0.1. And then over here, how do I update the game? Just download and replace old data. You download the patch from downloads, extract it to your game folder, let it overwrite everything when asked. And this is exactly the process for updating games, for patching games. So again, the part in the Discord where it talks about taking the data folder and putting the patch contents into the data folder makes no sense. If you already have 5.0 downloaded, then you only need the 5.1 patch and not the full download. Okay, and then I put it into my original folder. Yes, you paste the contents of the patch into your folder. Again, all these people, when they're asking about how to update to 5.1 from 5.0, they were being told to extract 5.1 patch into their root 5.0 folder. But I will show you why this is a problem. So I have a copy of Pokemon Infinite Fusion 5.0.36.4. This is the most up-to-date 5.0 version out there. So I want to update it to 5.1. I've got it over here. I'm going to extract it. Extract to. And then we're going to go to this exact folder here. So I'm clicking the folder and I'm hitting OK. It's asking me to replace everything, which is awesome. Yes to all. After that is finished, you can see over here in my root folder that there are some weird things happening. I still have the original game.exe file, and now I have the new Pokemon Infinite Fusion.exe. When I double click this, nothing happens. Nothing at all. And I will show you that others are having the exact same issue. Hey, I had my game in version 5.0.36 and wanted to install the patch 5.1. After that, my game didn't start anymore. So I re-downloaded the game in version 5.1 and now I can play it again. So you can see that this individual is talking about the problem I just showed you guys. That when you double click the game, nothing happens. Now they have some other problem, but I'm not too sure about the wild Pokemon thing. That is something I have not encountered. But that's also why you should always back up your save files. And that's why I went over that at the beginning of this video. All right, so the patch doesn't work. you double click Pokemon Infinite Fusion.exe and nothing happens, right? Well, it turns out that this file here, you just delete it and you double click it. And wow, it works. Nowhere does it say that. Nowhere have I seen anybody mention that. I just compared the two folders together and that was the odd man out. So I deleted it and now it's working. That is so frustrating. As far as I know, that's how you fix it. However, you will not have the alternative launcher, which is included in the full version of 5.1. Another reason to not download the patch. I am just taken back that the official Discord and the Poke Community website has so much conflicting information that just causes problems for people. And for those that do have problems and they report them in the Discord, it's like nobody acknowledges it. They just say that you just need to do this one thing and it works, but it doesn't. And that's where I really do need your guys' help. If there's any individuals out there that patched their 5.0 game and didn't have these problems, please let me know. It could be something that's very unique to me, but I really doubt it. Even if the patch did work for you, there is so much misinformation out there, the steps to tell you how to install a patch. The whole data folders thing doesn't make any sense. But on the Poke Community website, where you have to go into how to install a patch and bring down that hidden menu, even though before that it tells you something completely different, you have to find that hidden menu just to tell you how to update your game correctly by extracting all the files into the root folder. This should not be happening. They should be fixing this. And I have brought it up to their attention in the Discord, but no one is helpful in that Discord. There are a couple individuals that do try to help, but 99% of the time, they just get ignored. People get ignored, or the bot pops up and says something that doesn't even revolve around the problem that they have. This is going to be my final thought, because I'm sort of ranting and repeating myself. If you're going to have an official Discord that has an official spot for tech support and bug reports, anyone who is running that Discord need to respond to the individuals that are asking questions in those channels. You have to. You put those channels there for people to ask questions. That means now you are required to answer them. Even if it is a simple, I don't know, I will look into it, or something like we're working on it. That is your duty. Just like how in my videos where I told people, ask me questions and I will solve them, you can go look at those videos. I have responded to easily 80% of them. Now, YouTube sometimes doesn't show that I have a new comment, and I'm sorry if I haven't gotten back to you guys, but I do my best to answer literally every question you guys have. And I am just two people. My brother will sometimes help out as well. This isn't a witch hunt to anybody, but if this somehow gets back to the Discord, please change something. Please change the Poke Community website. Please change the Discord downloads area and get the right information out for this patch. It is something so simple, it really should only take 5 minutes to explain and clear up. I hope this was helpful. I hope I got into more details for 5.1. Please leave your comments down below. What did you think of this video? Was it helpful? Have you had similar issues with the Discord? Have you had opposite issues? Have you had nothing but help from the Discord? I want to know. It's just I have spent a little bit of time on there and I have received nothing from them. I have reported this weird patch problem and no one says anything. If you want me to do any more coverage about Pokemon Infinite Fusion, let me know, and I will keep making videos. I hope I didn't turn this into too much of a bummer near the end, shifting the mood down to more frustration. but I do want to thank everyone who has watched this video, and I do love making content for this game. I will see all of you on the next adventure. Bye-bye!